Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking shift happening in medical research, specifically in how we test new treatments for heart, kidney, and metabolic diseases like diabetes. For a long time, clinical trials were like siloed projects: one trial for heart failure, another for kidney disease, and a separate one for diabetes, even when these conditions are closely linked. But that's all changing. The future is integrated, and researchers are now using smarter, more connected approaches to get answers faster. Stick around as we break down the three main models that are revolutionizing clinical trials. First up is the most traditional method: comprehensive meta-analysis. Imagine you have a bunch of completed studies, each focused on a specific condition. A meta-analysis is like a super study that gathers all the data from these individual trials and combines it to find a bigger, more powerful conclusion. Think of the Feinhardt and Emperor programs, which brought together findings from multiple trials to give us a clearer picture of how certain drugs work across both heart and kidney diseases. The big advantage here is that it's a well-established and trusted method. It's relatively straightforward, and the results are easy for doctors and guideline committees to understand and use. However, it has its downsides. It doesn't speed up the research process itself, since it relies on trials that are already finished. Plus, it can be expensive to conduct and is entirely dependent on the quality of the data that already exists. Next, we have a more coordinated approach called perspective pooling. Instead of waiting for trials to finish, this model involves planning multiple trials together from the very beginning. Researchers design them with harmonized goals and endpoints, so the data can be seamlessly combined or pulled later on. A great example of this is also seen in the Emperor program, where trials for heart and kidney outcomes were deliberately aligned. This allows for formal hypothesis testing across different conditions and is more efficient than running completely separate studies. The main challenge? It requires a ton of coordination between different research teams and can get complex. It also might create competition for the same pool of eligible patients, making recruitment a bit tricky. But when it works, it has a fantastic way to build a comprehensive evidence base while still keeping the focus on specific diseases. Now, let's talk about the most innovative and ambitious model: master protocols with basket designs. This is where things get really exciting. A master protocol is like one giant trial with multiple arms, or baskets, each targeting a different but related disease. For example, a single master protocol could test a new therapy for patients with diabetes, obesity, and heart failure all at the same time under one unified framework. The Triumph Outcomes program is a prime example of this in action. The biggest win here is efficiency. It drastically reduces duplicated effort, saves time, and allows researchers to evaluate a drug's effect across multiple populations simultaneously. However, it's not without its hurdles. These trials are incredibly complex to set up and run, with high upfront costs. Regulatory agencies are still getting familiar with this new design, and interpreting the data from so many different groups can be a challenge. So, how do these three models stack up? Think of it as a spectrum. Meta-analysis is the least complex, but also the least efficient. Perspective pooling sits in the middle, offering a good balance of efficiency and regulatory familiarity. Master protocols are the most complex and costly, but they offer the highest potential for efficiency and true cross-disease evaluation. There isn't a single best approach. The right choice depends on the specific drug and the research question. For mature therapies, a meta-analysis might be perfect for confirming benefits. For developing new drugs that target shared biological pathways, a master protocol could be the key to unlocking the next generation of treatments. Ultimately, this evolution in trial design reflects a deeper understanding of medicine. We're moving away from treating diseases in isolation and toward a more holistic, patient-centered view that recognizes the intricate connections within the human body. These innovative designs are paving the way for faster, smarter, and more biologically informed drug development. It's a truly exciting time for medical science. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to hit that like button And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the future of medicine. See you in the next video.